Yes, it does actually. Spring officially kicks off at 5:24. And so we thought we would take a look at the water company, or the water department's crib cam. There's our countdown clock. Look at that, 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go. So really, this is your last look at winter in the land.
Well, officially.
Yeah.
I have been told after the warmth that we've had, I heard these women in the store saying, oh, well, all this warmth, you know what that means? We're going to get snow in May. And they were not happy.
It's been known to happen.
Yeah, it has.
Matt and Jay know that very well.
Yeah.
2020 was a good year.
I'm taking your word for it that that's the last look at winter. That's it. I don't want to see it anymore till next December, or till December of this year.
It's gone.
So for the weather word today, Betsy was telling me in the 4 o'clock hour that the Earth doesn't actually tilt, creating our seasons.
Yeah.
That it's already at a 23-degree tilt, and it's just rotating around the sun.
Right.
And that's what makes the north and the south further and closer to the sun's
on the
rays.
angle of it.
Yeah. So tilt.
Okay.
Is your weather word.
Versus flopping all over the place. Yeah. Hang on, Jay. We've got another tilt coming.
I always thought that that's what it was doing nonstop.
Okay.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was misled.
It is still very confusing. So tilt's the weather word. I think that's what you said. Okay, I'll get that. It is super confusing. I even get confused by things swirling around all the time. Spring officially starts, as Betsy mentioned, in just a couple minutes. We're 4 minutes away. It's like everything's going to change then. No, we're still going to be stuck with the temperatures that we have right now. Boy, if you're coming up this Monday morning, perhaps you woke up this morning and you said, oh, what a rough weekend I had. You didn't have a rough weekend compared to Lake Erie. Lake Erie went through it this weekend. We had 5 to 10 footers on the lake. It was just a mess. So this was the MODIS satellite this morning. You see the snow cover where we had the lake effect snow, but look at all the mud and sediment out in the lake. I've never seen it so muddy. Remember, all the tributaries flow into Lake Erie. So as we get the rain and all the action kind of heading up into the lake, you get that. And then it was just churning so much that it's all just a big pile of mud right now. All that sediment will settle, and we'll have beautiful pictures of Lake Erie from here. And hey, how about that? We melted the snow off as well today. Temperatures pretty impressive, mid to upper 40s, even near 50 degrees. We've got a south wind that's going to continue over the next 48 hours to pump in warmer air. Yeah, we're going to cool down tonight as we lose the daytime heating, but overall we are looking up in terms of those temperatures. Wind chill values, though, still in the 30s and low 40s. We've got warming versus 24 hours ago all over the Ohio Valley. You can only get warmer from here. We've had some very cold weekend readings, even down to the south. And this is still chilly for a good portion of the Tennessee Valley in the 50s, but that air mass is going to continue to moderate. Just a couple high clouds working in now. You've noticed out towards the west, there's a big old mess. Several storm systems out there. California going to get hit hard again tonight and tomorrow. All this comes east and brings us our rainy week. Look at that system coming into California tonight. Heavy mountain snows in the Wasatch up towards areas of Idaho and Montana going to get some snow. For us, we get waves of rain off of this that will become better organized as we go throughout the week. National Design hour-by-hour forecast. We're going to start with sunshine tomorrow. Those high clouds will thicken up. Very similar to today, only a couple ticks warmer. Should make it up into the 50s. Rain will hold off until tomorrow night. You see how we start to introduce some showers. Not a big deal in terms of the rain, at least initially. As this first wave comes in, kind of fizzles on out. Wednesday, we'll have a couple showers around, and then the system gets better organized. This low pressure going to be coming in here like a tilt-a-whirl. Remember that? Oh, I used to love that ride. It'd make me just laugh and laugh and laugh. Anyway, that's going to head on out, and then we'll eventually be dealing with perhaps another frontal boundary that comes in here with more rain. Do we have some snow on the backside of it? As of right now, we're not saying that, but there's a chance. We'll talk more about that in the next half hour. Putting it all together, Union Hill Mortgage 7-day forecast very spring-like temperatures this week with those rainfall chances all the way through the weekend.